Hi, this is Bobbi Schwartz, and today we're going to talk about part 2 of fall trends, which includes handbags, shoes, and boots. So let's start with the bags. And the thing I love about, well, this whole season is just so phenomenal. But one of the major things I love about the bag situation is that it includes my favorite two types, and that is teeny, teeny, tiny micros and maxi large. And I want to say, but before those of you who go, oh, I can't carry those massive bags, I just look stupid, I'm so small. Au contraire, it doesn't matter. Honestly, this bag does not minimize anybody's size or height. They just look amazing. So my example I just whipped out of my closet is something that, I have used for years and years and years and years and years. And the way I proceed with my days, and everybody's different, of course, but if you have a computer, obviously your laptop can go in here or any of your other devices except your desktop. And, but I haul around with it all day long, and I'll put my little micro bag inside this, and then if I want to just leave this in the car, then I've got my micro bag. But if I really need stuff, I've got this big tote. It will just take you everywhere. I'm a firm believer when you're traveling that you absolutely need it. A massive big tote. Generally, I would hope that it would be black, but if it were not, at least one of these bags. But this season, the extra large, massive tote is a deal. So keep that in mind. And then when they talk about the micro bags, and when if you shop our blog, which I hope you will, because you're going to find really, really cute stuff on there, there'll be sizes that are like this, and they're not quite micro-ish, but pretty darn small. And then, of course, my favorite size, which is the micro bag that, you use for going out. Both of those could be used for evening, going out for casual cocktail and meeting people, friends for dinner, etc. But this little bag, clearly if you've got, an iPhone, it's not going to fit in here. But I saw the funniest ad. I've seen it, and no doubt you all have too, as you're watching things, that shows somebody with a Samsung flip phone. And the person with the iPhone is looking at it. I love my phone. I would never switch. And, of course, we're all howling. And, maybe we wouldn't, and maybe we would. But I think the flip phone would fit in here with a couple of credit cards, and you'd be off and running, as opposed to trying to get your iPhone, which I have, by the way, inside a bag this size, which wouldn't happen. But these little tiny bags are so great because they're chic as all get out. They're compliment magnets. And you just need to make, I take mine and I just hold my phone in my hand because I love the way the bag looks so much. But the slightly bigger one will hold everything, and then you're just literally hands-free. But remember, when you go out at night, you don't take big bags. You take micros to minis, and, there's always small bags. So just keep that in mind. But those are the two big trends. So it's not about top handles. It's not about crossbody per se, or shoulder or anything else. It's about oversized totes and itty bitty teeny bags. So check out the blog. You're going to see a ton of really, really great options that I think you'll find a lot of fun. And okay, so moving on to shoes. And let's start with the shoes, and then we'll end up with the boots. So I'm just going to whip through these. I kind of got them laid out, but not necessarily in a, maybe they're logical, I don't know. But so Converse sneakers are a big deal. Now, obviously, your white leather sneakers are fantastic. We all live in those. They're great. But they've done, and you'll see those also in the blog, they're Converse knockoffs. So they're done by design houses. But they're like Mules or whatever, and they look like a Converse in the front. They're just cute as a bug's ear. So check that out. Sneakers are a big deal, but I say more the Converse look, and it gives kind of an edgy twist to whatever you've got on. So that'll be fun. Mules are everywhere, and they can go clear back to like a Audrey Hepburn 50s mule, to a pointy toe with a heel on it, to sort of a Birkenstockish looking mule that's just cozy, comfy, and you throw those on with your joggers or your sweats, and I guess your jeans too, white leg jeans. But so that's another trend. So you got the sneakers and you got the mules. Pointy toe ballet flats are a big deal. So you'll see those around as well. Next is platforms, and you'll see a ton of these. They're fabulous. Wear them with your wide leg jeans, your flare jeans, and you know, a lot of them are super, super comfortable and more stable than you would think for those people who feel like they might be wobbly. These things are like sneakers, and fantastic. And then I'm gonna scooch over to this, which is just a pointy toe pump. And you will see a ton of them out in all kinds of interesting, fun twists. But these are things that, you know, we talked last week about the knit. So if you're doing like a, you know, pencil skirt in a knit, or even like a knit two-piece suit. I mean, you can do other things, obviously, with a regular skirt and a sweater would also be fabulous. But this is kind of how they're showing it this season. But a staple and an essential that you'll have, you know, forever. In fact, everything really, minus maybe those Converse looking mules, although my guess is they won't come and go, they'll just be. And so this year they're hot, but then they're just wearable and everybody goes, oh, those are so cute, I wish I would have gotten a pair, or whatever it was. Okay, and then lastly, on the shoe part are clogs, and those are a big deal. And so again, those with the wide leg jeans or pants. Well, I see clogs really with jeans or khaki, you know, wide leg khakis. You could go that far. And also your flares. So really, really, really cute. And you'll see a lot of clogs too. Okay, so let's move on to boots. And when you go and shop that blog, you're going to laugh because, okay, who's not possessed by boots, right? All of us are. And apparently me especially, because I just kept shopping and I couldn't stop. So, but there's really cute stuff, and they're in categories. So it's not like there's, you know, there's not like a bazillion in each category. There's just semi-bazillion, but they're all divided up into small things. So you'll see when you get there. Okay, pointy toe is a big deal again, still, always. Your boot that is going to lengthen, slenderize, and just make you look like $1,000,000. Okay, so you'll see it in the ankle boot. You'll also see it in a knee-high boot. They mostly have talked about stilettos and kitten heels as opposed to a chunky heel, but you will see some out this year. But honestly, ladies, if you are wearing a skirt or a dress with a boot, you know, so your jeans aren't really covering it up and all you're seeing is the toe, this is your thing, is the stiletto, even more than the kitten heel, because it's lengthening and it's just sexy as all get out. So, you know, if you've got feet problems, all day long with that chunky heel if it's really going to help you out. But for the rest of us, you know, this is it, the kitten heel or the stiletto. You will also see, and I pulled this out because it's sort of mid-calf-ish, it's higher up, but you'll see that even in flat chunky heel, or not chunky heel, but the lug soap boots. And so, you know, keep in mind that mid higher but not quite to the knee look is a big deal too. And then, speaking of lugs, you know, this is a shorter one, but fabulous with your wide leg jeans. You could do skinny jeans tucked into it. Because this goes higher, it's not right at the ankle. If it's at the ankle, no tucking in. But this will give you enough that it reaches close enough to your calf that it's going to be flatter into your leg and actually not cut you in half and make you look stumpy. But lug soles, a big deal, and again, that mid-calf or even to the knee, and even in a riding boot form, you'll see some of those. And then one that I didn't pull out to tell you about that's a big deal is the welly, and basically we know them as rain boots, but the Brits call them wellies, and you're seeing there, I mean, I think Balenciaga did them, for sure Chanel did, Louis Vuitton did them, and there's another one that's on the tip of my brain that I can't quite remember. But anyway, designers are doing them on top of Hunter and Barber and just some brands that are, you know, not hugely expensive, but they're actually showing these not as just rain boots, but also just with a cute look, either a mini skirt or jeans tucked in or leggings, something like that. So just keep that in mind as a possible. And then lastly, but not leastly, over the knee boots. Now this one's flat. This is out of a fabric, and you will see some knits out there. And you can do pointy toe. There's a really great flat pointy toe. There's ones with heels, obviously, that, you know the drill. But over the knee boots are a trend and a big deal this year too. So you'll be seeing lots and lots and lots of those. So I hope that this helps. This gives you a chance to see the depth and breadth, and there's quite a bit in terms of trends that they're throwing out this year, but really, really adorable things. So thank you for joining us, and we will see you again next week. Happy shopping. Be sure to check out the blog.